आईएएस जो है ये वाला कहाँ से, एंड आपके हिसाब से एक आईएएस ऑफिसर कौन होता है?
Ma'am, for me, I believe that it is an important leadership position at the grassroots level itself.
How did you prepare for ethics, essay, these kind of papers?
So I'll start with essay first because again I wasn't having much of time. So what I used to do is every week I used to write one essay and I used to brainstorm one essay because it takes a hell lot of time. So at least I'm doing 2 essays a week.
Prelims के लिए कैसा फोकस रहा, कैसे प्रिपेयर करना चाहिए, because prelims are also approaching now.
So ma'am, firstly I went with the weightage criteria that 50% of the questions are from polity, history and economy. So more focus on them.
Today we are going to meet one of the toppers of this year's civil service examination. Her name is Divyanshi Verma. She has scored All India rank 99. Her option is sociology and this is her very first attempt. So congratulations Divyanshi.
Thank you ma'am, thank you so much.
And what a coincidence, we are meeting on a very special occasion,
Women's Day.
Women's Day.
Yeah.
So happy Women's Day to you Divyanshi.
Thank you ma'am.
And let me tell you about Devyanshi. She is a quite empowered person. I know her because she has got some challenges in life because of some family compulsions, but she has never given up. She has done her graduation from Delhi University itself, but it's a correspondence one. And presently she is pursuing her journalism. But despite all the odds, very first attempt and 99 rank. So Devyanshi, how are you feeling? You are already an empowered girl. Now, अब और कैसा लग रहा है?
Genuinely grateful for whatever I've got and honestly unbelievable because it's hard to process it this soon. So yes, grateful for whatever I've got.
Okay, Devyanshi, like what has motivated you towards civil services? Your mother is a teacher, and as your grandmother is also a teacher. So the motivation came from the beginning, or it was like when you came, like when you started your college, and then when you started meeting people, then the motivation started coming up.
Yeah, so from the family background itself, since it was very academic, I was associated with my grandmother from my childhood years. So she was always like, one day you should become an IAS officer. So that kind of thing was there in the mind. But the real decision I took during my 12th standard that I want to get into civil services. So I just planned everything accordingly after that. So yes, the inspiration firstly came from the family and then it came from within.
So Devyanshi, there are families where they tell their children that you become IAS officer. So actual picture, what actually is an IAS officer? ये कहाँ से आपको किस टाइम से पता चला जो आपको मोटिवेशन हुई? Because IAS बनना है but IAS actually होता क्या है ना लोगों के हिसाब से IAS is where you have Lal Batti now and IAS is where you have got a lot of authorities and all those things. But actual IAS जो है ये वाला कहाँ से, and आपके हिसाब से एक IAS officer कौन होता है?
Ma'am, for me, I believe that it is an important leadership position at the grassroots level itself. So it's the place where you can literally put your thoughts into real change and you can literally see them surfacing through yourself. So since the 12th standard, when I thought of getting into civil services, I was firstly motivated by the fact that I generally felt interested in administration roles, and then I got into college. I was associated with socio-political issues because of the journalistic background I had, and I was also associated with the debating society. So I always was like associated with diverse opinions. So it was mostly giving speeches for me and actually going for debates. But all the time I just thought like how to turn these opinions into ground level realities. So that was the thing that motivated me to come into direct contact with the administration to work on the ground. So yes, from there onwards, I started understanding more about the role and everything.
So by standard 12th, you were quite clear that I have to somehow pursue in this direction.
Yes.
And from when did you actually start preparation for this?
Since the first year of my college, I was into reading NCRTs. I started reading newspaper, and then in the second year, I tried reading foundation books also. But the actual preparation, I would say, it started with in 2024 during Rao's foundation course that I had And after that, I gave my attempt 1 year after that, and then just taking test series from a lot of institutes also. So that way the preparation went along.
So you have done your graduation through correspondence. So you were getting a lot of time for preparation because you were not you were not supposed to go to your college every day physically. So you were getting ample time, and so you could prepare for it. So this correspondence was something deliberate, or it was something because of the circumstances.
Ma'am, the thing for me is I have dual degree actually. So one from correspondence and one is from regular, that is from Delhi University. So I was pursuing both of them
So
together.
both of them, and then parallelly your preparation. So
Yeah,
how did you
yeah.
get the time for that?
Actually, correspondence, the thing you said, I just had to go there for giving exams. Then the regular course also, I would say, because journalism is majorly a practical course, so you have assignments that are really practical. The theory part is not, I would say, that enlarged as it is in other courses, and a lot of things overlap with this UPSC preparation also. Like we have electives, so I used to take electives from political science to just strengthen my preparation. And then there were subjects in journalism, like there was a subject that was media and cultural studies, so it was very much linked to sociology. So that actually spurred my interest in sociology. So I believe that my background has actually contributed towards the preparation. So it was not a thing that I had to take out time separately for it. It was just all going towards one single thing.
So your electives were political science and all were your electives, and then you have also studied sociology.
Yeah.
So how did you funnel down to sociology as an optional? Like, because why I'm asking this question, because there is a lot of dilemma in the minds of the young aspirants कि कौन सा optional रखना है.
Yeah.
है, so that how did you funnel down कि मुझे finally जो है sociology ही रखना है, because you were exposed to so many of the humanities subjects during your course of the studies.
Yeah. So majorly because there was political science also and there was sociology also. From the very beginning, I would say I was a lot involved in social issues. So whenever we had debate, let's say regarding caste or let's say regarding women empowerment, like those were the real debates for me. So from there, I had a great interest in social issues, and then I went on reading about sociology more. So like I have read books about feminism, I've read books about caste also. I've
So
read
from there,
yeah.
So I think the very important parameter for selecting your optional is your interest.
Yes,
area.
exactly. Because everyone was like that optional is a deciding factor and it should be a subject that you can study anytime and you should be like very well versed with it. So I was like, I'll choose something that is most interesting for me.
And what was the strategy for the whole preparation? Because very first attempt and you have qualified it.
Yeah.
So what was the strategy?
Ma'am, usually for me it was just testing myself at the right time. So since the prelims only, I had started taking test series earlier, like from the December only.
Okay.
So I was just versed with the test, and then I went on like after clearing prelims also. I just started giving sectional tests that were on my portal only from the coaching. So I just started giving them like only like 1 week after the result itself. So every week I used to attempt at least sectional test, 2 tests per week, I would
So
say.
you don't waste any time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay then. Okay.
Yeah. And then one more thing, one of my teachers from the Rouse, Puspa sir, so he also told me like, because since I'm having less time, so I would not be able to write so many answers, but I'll be able to brainstorm that. That will take like less time. So I used to brainstorm a lot of answers along with writing the answers. So that saved time for me. And then I used to judge my preparation according to my score. So like if something is not improving my score, that means I need to do things in a more better way, or like just change something about the notes or just change something about me. So that was the thing. So I believe that if you want to do this in the first attempt or let's say in the earlier attempts, the thing should be very clear in mind, like you should test yourself early and then you should judge yourself according to the scores and then in a calculative approach, I would say.
Like you said, आपने जो है NCERT स्कूल के टाइम से ही थोड़ा फोकस करना स्टार्ट किया, कॉलेज के टाइम से ही आपने थोड़ा NCERT पे फोकस करना स्टार्ट किया था, तो I think that was the early beginning also. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So another thing that I could gain from what you said is that you have to focus on the feedback. It's not just about writing the test. है ना, test तो आप लिख रहे हो, but test के साथ जो आपके positives and negatives है उन पे focus करना is more important. है ना, one should not be, if you're getting good marks तो ये नहीं complacent हो जाओ, है ना, work upon your feedback. And then you have like you said कि basic books पढ़ ली NCERTs पढ़ ली है ना, but there is one very dynamic section in this whole preparation is your current affairs है ना, current affairs है और कुछ आपके जो unconventional मतलब you can say something unconventional in the sense like you have ethics.
Yeah.
Which is quite unconventional because you don't know किस type के questions आने वाले. Even your essay paper.
Yeah.
So what was the modus operandi for your these two papers of mains, essay and your ethics?
Okay.
And what was the modus operandi for current?
Okay. So, ma'am, I would say regarding the current, because I was reading newspaper since first year of my college, so I had a habit of reading it daily. So, then, like let's say in the last year, I was preparing in the most wholesome manner. So, since the first 2 years of my college, I had prepared a habit of reading
Slow
newspaper.
and steady wins the race.
Exactly.
So you have
because I've seen people who do not have a habit of reading newspaper daily.
Yes.
And it's really a game changer, because in the mains also we see a lot of questions were influenced by current affairs. Like in polity, I remember one question, it was regarding presidential pardon. So that was so much of news because of
that time was so much in the news.
Yes. So I believe that firstly consistency is important in current affairs. You cannot just mug up current affairs in 1 month or 2 months. And then I had monthly magazine from my coaching only. So that monthly magazine I used to read. And then Vision has an yearly magazine also that I read in the last few days of the preparation.
One thing I could make out from your whatever you are saying is that newspaper reading, because right now what we see is many students, they are not in the habit of reading the newspaper.
Exactly.
They are more dependent on social media news. Yeah, that is what it's like. They are going through WhatsApp or Instagram news, but newspaper reading is something very important.
Yes.
And that we can see from your success also, because you have been thoroughly reading the newspapers.
Yeah.
And like people have their own strategies. And sorry, we cut it here. So continue with what we were doing it. How did you prepare for ethics, essay, these kind of papers?
Okay. So I'll start with essay first, because again I wasn't having much of time. So what I used to do is every week I used to write one essay, and I used to brainstorm one essay because it takes a hell lot of time. So at least I'm doing 2 essays a week, like
one
this.
brainstorming and one is full writing.
One I'm writing. And then what I used to do is like a lot of subjects from your GS and even your optional. So whenever there was an essay on social issues, you could like brainstorm from your optional. Then you can use the GS knowledge, you can use current affairs. So I would say essay is more of an amalgamation of whatever you're studying.
Overall understanding. Whatever you're studying and whatever you're observing around you.
Exactly. And for ethics, like there were some important things. Firstly, there were ethical keywords, because I understood that from writing the papers, if I'm using the right keywords, right vocabulary, I would say, that was very helpful. So I used to make separate notes for keywords also, and I had sticky notes on my walls regarding the ethical keywords. So I would look them every day. So it was like sort of entrenched in the memory, I would say. And then one more thing, case studies. So I used to discuss case studies with my friends over calls, and even with my family members. So that helped, because you just entrench your preparation in the whole sense of it. Like you're discussing things with your friends, your parents. So that thing I also followed. And then of course writing the test for essay. Like I didn't compromise on 3 things: essay, ethics and optional. Like these are the, I would say, the most important ones in the mains preparation. So
they are game changers.
Exactly. So you should not cut down time on them. Yeah.
Okay, and what was the strategy for prelims? Because generally लोगों का ये होता है कि पहले attempt में prelims ही नहीं हुआ है ना, दूसरे में prelims हुआ, but you have sailed through all the 3 hurdles in this exam process. So prelims के लिए कैसा focus रहा, कैसे prepare करना चाहिए, because prelims are also approaching now.
Yeah. So ma'am, firstly I went with the weightage criteria, that 50% of the questions are from polity, history and economy. So more focus on them. And then if I go subject wise, then polity, bare act, essential, like you should read it as many as time you could. Then economy also, there are like some basic concepts. Like this time there was deficit. There were 3 questions from deficit only. And then history also, I would say the basic books only, R.S. Sharma, Bipan Chandra, they are like non-negotiable. So apart from that, after you're like prepared with these I would say essentials, then I would say that there should be a scope for logical guessing also, like where you're confident. Because a lot of questions you won't be like very much sure short of the answer, but you can eliminate to get to the answer. So what I did was, I actually practiced myself for logical guessing also. I had mathematically calculated my accuracy, how accurate my guesses are, and then along with that, I went with like how many questions should I attempt. So for me, it was like when I attempted 75 questions, that was my best accuracy to clear with a good score, I would say. So I went with that only. So
And
I
what
would
about
say CSAT, yes. I have seen people taking CSAT really light, but I guess I was fortunate that I took a course for it. I didn't like waste time.
From the very beginning only you took a course?
No. I had a crash course. I would say it's from, I guess, January or February. So
Okay.
it was like 2.5 months or 3 months course only. So I went for that course. That was a crash course. So there were like a lot of tricks because some of the questions are very tricky.
Yes.
And then I kept practicing CSAT also, like mocks, all of the tests, sectional test, chapter test. And then I gave the offline mocks also for both CSAT and the GS paper. So that was the approach. I would say practice is something that you have to do.
Yeah, without practice,
Like
it's
immense
quite
practice.
it's quite impossible.
Yeah, like tests yourself really early because when the time approaches near, and then there's a lot of tension in the minds of people, and if you get like, let's say, not very good scores, you'll be very demotivated. But if you're doing it from the early times, then it builds a momentum.
Yes, Devyanshi, practice is something is very important because sometimes what happen is like people who are good in mathematics or people who have the technical background, so they think that yeah, CSAT to nikal hi jayega.
Yeah, exactly.
But they falter upon this paper.
Yeah.
Even good players, world's renowned players, they practice every day.
Exactly.
So that is what, so you should not be overconfident, neither you should be underconfident. You should be confident,
balanced.
and this balance comes through practice only.
Exactly.
And that is something is very important in the whole preparation. And then when you started, like when you got your name in the list of mains, so then how was the strategy for your interview guidance? Because that is something completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different strategy, because you know general strategy for your prelims or mains is कि basic किताबें पढ़ो, है ना, आप test series दो, feedback पे काम करो. But when it comes to your interview, personality test, so how did you prepare for that? Because that is something very interesting also. This phase is quite interesting.
Yeah, it was really interesting, I would say. So for the interview prep, I would say, as usual, like enrolling in interview guidance, like I was here also enrolled.
Okay, so you were here also enrolled. So how was your experience here as well?
Yeah, so I was about to mention that because the thing is, you get a lot of feedbacks from different places, and already when you're in a nervous phase, because the interview dates were really scheduled early, and I got to go in the first phase only.
Okay.
So there were like a lot of tension around it. I was getting feedback ki, okay, you need to speak a little bit slower, right? That was the thing. But here when I came, I remember the board was really cordial. You were also there in the board, and
I still remember. You asked one question when we asked you कि अब आपसे कुछ पूछना था, आपने बोला मेरी speed ठीक है, है ना, मुझे अपना बोलना change करना है because I'm getting a lot of feedback on this, and I think the board said भैया जो आप हो.
Exactly. I mean, that was an enriching experience for me because the board was like very cordial and they were like encouraging mostly because it was like show your real self. That is it. Like you cannot be performative there because a lot of experienced people are sitting there. So if you'll be performative, I don't think so you will be in.
And if you try to become an actor there, so you will be if you are trying to act there, no?
Exactly.
So you will be forgetting your dialogues.
Yeah.
That is what is
and
the
they'll
reality.
catch you up very early.
Yeah.
So that was the thing that really helped me because after the mock interview given here, I was just being my real self. I wasn't focusing on, let's say, very petty things because speaking with a speed or like sitting in a particular posture, those all things are like very petty as compared to the opinions you have. And really like the questions the board asked me, like the board started with journalism itself.
Okay.
And I would like to say that my real interview, that also started with journalism. And a lot of questions like media ownership, sir asked me, I remember, media polarization, those questions were asked and I was like, okay.
आपको लगा repetition हो गई है. Actually, we try to reach as close as to the standard of UPSC.
Exactly.
Of course, there you cannot say that 100%, but we try our level best so that we हम कहीं ना कहीं वहाँ तक पहुँचे. We always try for that.
Yes, so the beginning was like very calm for me because I was like, okay.
Similar questions.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So I'm really grateful for that, honestly.
Uh-huh. So now, what is your motive, Devyanshi? Because I think you will be getting IAS only. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in which sector would you like to work as an IAS officer?
Sector.
Yeah.
Um,
Because see, of course, you will be doing whatever would be assigned to you, but still there is something inside, no? That yes,
Yeah.
क्योंकि आपने बोला बचपन से सबने बोला IAS बनना है, तो बन के
Yeah.
किस एरिया में स्पेशल फोकस करना है? If given a chance.
if given a chance, I would say the first thing is education. Then it's women and child empowerment, and then the youth issues, I would say, primarily the employment issues currently, employability issues more specifically. So I would say these three things. So yeah.
So hope to see a lot of good things from
Yes, ma'am.
young officers like
Yeah.
you. And Devyanshi, before we wrap up, what is your message for the students who are going to take up prelims this time, and otherwise also those who are preparing for this examination? Because see, you are quite fortunate enough, you are
Yes,
quite lucky
yes,
enough to
yes.
get in the very first go.
Exactly.
But there are people who are attempting
Yes.
3 times, 4 times, and it is, see, everything, if you get the name in the list, everything that ends well is well. But this journey of 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, it's quite drilling. So what is your message for those who are preparing, and especially those who are preparing for the very first time? And last message, especially for women candidates on this International Women's Day.
Okay. So
3 questions are there. Yes.
okay. Okay. Yeah, so for the people who are preparing, I would really say I will stick by my words that please be really calculative in your approach, and this would like increase your chances of getting selected. But at the same time, as ma'am mentioned, the paper is really grueling. It's really harsh sometimes, I would
Yeah.
say. So like every day will be a test of not only your knowledge, it will be a test of personality itself. Like the test of personality begins from the first day of UPSC only. It's not only after you clear mains, it's from the first day. So just build yourself in that manner, accept the challenges that are there, and at the end of the day, I always used to sleep with peace because I was like, this day I have just done my best. So just give your best every day. And for the women on International Women's Day, firstly, happy Women's Day to all the women. And I really believe that all the women do have a lot of strength, because in the interview also, I guess one of the board members asked me like, what's the meaning of your name? And I was like, it's part of goddess. So I believe that every woman is part of goddess with ultimate strength and devotion. So just go ahead with that. And yes, that's all from my side. Thank you.
So all the best to you, Devyanshi.
Yes,
Hope
ma'am.
to see you doing good in life
Yes, ma'am, surely.
and good for the country.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you so much.
It was really a pleasure to be here with you.
It was always a pleasure. It is always a pleasure for all the teachers to be with the students, and
exactly.
especially with you, because we have sat together
Yes,
during
yes,
the interview
yes.
also, and see you through this whole process in the
Exactly.
very first attempt.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's equally a very pleasant
That's an honor.
moment for us also as teachers, as faculty. So
Yes, ma'am.
thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Thank
you.
you.